So yes, let me see if my copy, my friend Nigel Francis is with me. Nigel, bonjour, good morning. How you doing?
Hey, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Good morning to you, my dear. How are we doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing all right. It's nice to connect again, Nigel.
As always, as always, as always. Nice to have that dot connected on a Saturday.
Yes, yes, yes,
Nice
yes.
vibes.
Nice vibes. So what's up with you, Nigel?
Well, the week has been all right. The week has been fine for now.
Mm-hmm.
I got some stuff going and trying to recover from my overseas carnival celebrations. Unfortunately,
So you were
but we're
jumping and
here.
everything, right?
Yes, I
While the
was
action
jumping
was on.
whilst I was in the meeting, I was jumping, and the other managers were like, "What's going on?" I had to leave in between the meetings and go outside and take a jump and come back.
What?
You know,
So you took the duty
so
as well?
well, that's the best I could do.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was the best I could do. But I promised them at the meeting that this is the last one, so they have to rearrange those meetings. Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yes, so I'll have to bring them home for the. You'll have the meeting. Have the meeting in Dominica.
Have the meeting. Of course, the man. Of course, the
Yes,
man.
yes, bring all of them.
Bring that. Of course, I agree. I agree with you, Nigel.
Yes, yes,
But pretty
bring all of
interesting
them down.
week. Pretty interesting week. I mean, there's so much that we can discuss and some of the concerns, some of the challenges we saw. I mean, overall, obviously, we put out a product, but there are certain things, of course, that we have to look at. Going forward. It was enjoyable for many, mixed reviews obviously, and as every year. So we should only get better and enhance what we already have, and put more into it, and in certain areas maybe have to bring back some of what we had that worked well in the past and things like that. But overall it was a good effort. It was a good carnival.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. But I certainly hope, whenever that post-mortem comes around, that, all the different stakeholders are invited and they have, have a seat at the table and they
Yes,
can
yes,
share their
yes.
views,
Yeah,
share their
yes,
opinions,
yeah.
and, look at ways in which we can continue improving. That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
We have a product that's there already, and we have to start to find ways of making it even better. You
Yes,
know,
yes, yes.
and I know there are many suggestions and ideas out there. So hopefully we can bring all of them to the table, and at some point make those tough decisions that we have to make it better.
Definitely, definitely tough decisions, Nigel. Of course, we have a 10 times Calypso Monarch. That is a big achievement. That's a big feat, for a Calypsonian in these times to win 10 crowns is not by no means any easy, any easy I would say streak. It's a big achievement. It's a major achievement, in fact. So we have to congratulate Dennison King Jais Joseph. I haven't seen him.
Definitely,
And by the way, I haven't seen him.
definitely. But I'm sure he'll be there shortly.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
hope because we have so many questions and
yeah.
connect with him and everything else. But it is an achievement. It
Mm-hmm.
definitely is an achievement, and one that should not be taken lightly. I mean, to win the Calypso Crown for 10
10, yeah,
years,
yeah, yeah.
or 10 times
Yeah,
rather,
and you could even
over
add to
that span.
that. You could even add to the 10 crowns because he would have won quite a few crowns as well for the road match. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. And of course, in addition to that, you added, one or two junior Calypso Monarch in there and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's one that should not be taken lightly, and we certainly celebrate it, and we congratulate him on it, and we'll tell that to him when he shows up. But yeah, 10 times Calypso King. That's not something that is you hear throughout the Caribbean. You know,
And when we talk to Dice, we'll talk about the might as well of his writer Pat Aaron, because when you talk about Dice, you must bring in Pat, and there's a collab
yes,
that is working well between the two.
that's a
Yeah.
combination and a connection that's there, and they seem to have really formed a nice little band there, and I guess one can't do without the other, in the
Yeah,
sense
yeah.
of, I mean, Dice is the mouthpiece for him, and he is the one that provides the material, and Dice goes out there and executes it. So it's a great combination there for him,
Yeah,
and we
definitely a
certainly
great
hope that
combination.
partnership can continue.
Of
You know,
course, and that would all go well for the enhancement of the product as well. The Calypso,
definitely,
the
definitely,
Calypso
definitely. So
Association too. They too have to look at how they can improve things, enhance things as well, and bring in innovative ideas to, sort of not change everything, but you have to tweak it. You have to bring, something different, somewhat, something that works well, especially in these times. Competition is up, and it's no longer back in the day when you could say that it's only calypso on that night. Things have
Yeah,
changed.
yeah, and I
A
mean,
lot has
it's something
changed.
that they have to look at for sure, because hey, it's new times, and they have to find ways of dealing with the new
Yeah,
times. Things they can incorporate, things they can probably leave out.
yeah, yeah.
Um, Maybe they might have to look at maybe changing the night of the show. I
That
mean,
too, that
uh,
too. Mm-hmm.
go to the Dimash, move it to the Sunday or
Mm-hmm.
whatever day. These are tough decisions, and sometimes we don't want to make those changes.
But we have to.
But
We
it's
have to.
important that we,
Yes.
look at ways in which we can make it better and maximize what we can get from it. So tough decisions to be made, pricing, venue,
Yep.
dates, so many
Yeah,
things to look
yeah.
at.
Do
So
we
I
need
certainly hope
covered,
the Calypso
covered
Association
area,
do that.
a covered
Yes,
area,
yes,
because of all the
yes,
rain we
yes.
normally have at that time. So all these things that they have to look at in terms of calypsos being played on the streets on Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Of course, it's dwindling in terms of the numbers. When you look at the number of songs calypsos that have been played for these 2 days. So we have definitely something must be done. But the Calypso
Has to, has
Association,
to, has to, has
yeah.
to, has to. And I mean, there have been suggestions of them investing in a hi-fi or, paying the bands or this or that or that. So it has to be a concerted effort. It has to be where we can have that combination of everything happening. And I'm pretty sure, we're not short of ideas and suggestions. We just have
Yeah.
to make those tough decisions of
Yes.
implementing them.
Yeah, we definitely
You
have to.
know?
We definitely have to. Not just the Calypso Association, other organizations as well.
Oh yes, oh yes.
The Queen Show, the committee, they have to look at this as well. What can we bring, to really enhance what we already have? And listen to the people, the complaints, the concerns as well, the suggestions of the people with a view to moving forward on the right trajectory.
Yes, 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 yes. The Queen Show, the Teenage Pageant, all the various activities that
Yeah,
we have for Carnival, the
definitely.
major ones, that is.
Yes, yes, yes.
We have to look at ways of doing that.
Uh-huh.
The two tents coming together and having a clash of the tents. Is
All
that
right.
really? Should that be a competition, or should it just be coming? Have five from each tent singing along, and whether it needs to become a competition to attract more people, to make it more of a viable product. So many things that we need to
So
look
many
at.
things are, Nigel. How
You
do
know,
we address? Do we address the lulls that we have on the streets when the parade is on, and the start time of the parade, as opposed to what we have for Juve, and then the time allotted to the bands, that they can leave to come back, and it's not
yes,
not a lot of time for them. So all these
yes,
things we have
yes,
to look at,
yes,
because
definitely. I
as
mean, whether Juve has to be Juve, and Juve is 4 to 8, and then because that Juve we done 8 o'clock sun come through already, so
yes,
Juve done.
yes,
And
yeah.
then whether we have something on the bayfront between 8 and 10, with still band playing or something, and then from 10 we have the band parades. So there's no gap in between. So if we have Juve 4 to 8, and then on the bayfront we have the still band, playing their music, who wants to go there, whatever it is, and
Yeah.
then from 10 we have the t-shirt bands coming out, or 11 or whatever it is, and then like you say, that lull in between the bands.
Yeah,
So
that's a
lots of the
lot. That's
stuff we
really,
have to look at, man.
yeah. I mean,
Especially if we're deciding that this is a product, this is a tourism product, and this is a something we want to market.
yes, yes.
With all the live streaming going on now, people are looking and seeing
Well, of
what's
course,
happening.
yes,
So you don't want
yes.
people turning on their TVs or their laptops or whatever it is, and they just see an empty space.
Yeah, I know a group of tourists. They were looking for somewhere to. Well, they wanted to see the parade at 10 to 11 o'clock, around that time, and they were brought down to Roseau, and there was nothing going on. And they
Not
had to
good.
go to one of the sites, and so did not get a chance to see this. So we have to look at this. We have to start this.
We
I
have
remember back in the day, Nigel, and you know that as well as broadcasters. I mean, we had to just talk because there was so much happening at the time. At 10 o'clock, you would go down to
we
Roseau
take
to
a
the
pal
Juve,
away.
and you had to talk. But you had to describe what you were saying. But no, we have to improvise. You have to get people, grab them, and have long conversations with them, because there's nothing happening. And I
Yes.
probably one of these years will say, well, it doesn't make sense.
Yes,
It really
yes,
doesn't
yes.
make
If we keep
sense. So
just talking and looking
yeah,
for people to talk
looking for
to,
people to talk to,
you know.
you have to run and grab someone there. Oh my goodness. So yeah.
And then maybe as a we as part of the the introspection and part of the post-mortem. Maybe DBS itself has to decide, hey, do we continue to stay in one space?
Well,
Or do
yes,
we
that
have to
too.
move
Yes,
around the
that too.
carnival to get
Well
people?
said, Nigel. Well said,
You know,
Nigel. Yes.
so we also have to look at ourselves in terms of a
Yes,
radio
I
station,
agree.
what we're
I
doing,
agree. I agree.
you
And
know, and some of the things we need to do.
whilst we are every year ideally located, we have to look now at doing it differently as well. Maybe having different
Yes.
spots.
Do we have
So yeah,
different ports? Do we have,
because
one
the
cruise
lull,
station?
Nigel, the lull can be so long that before we see another band pass, it would sometimes take
Right.
hours. And remember, the route is long. The carnival route is long, so
It is,
that
it is, it
too
is. So we have
affects
to look
us.
at that too. Maybe we need to have different cruise station at different points, if possible, if
Yeah.
technology allows that, or if we have to move, or where we be able, move around or whatever. Different things. We also have to look at the station too. So it's not
Yes.
just the Calypso and the Queen show. It's all the stakeholders have to, figure that out. And so quite a bit to do, and we hope that at some point we can have that conversation. It's 10 months to go. Let's not wait until ninth month. Let's not wait
Yes,
until
yes, I agree,
January next
Nigel.
year to start planning.
The postmortem should be like even this week or next week.
Yes,
Let us talk
yes. Let's
about it. Let
begin the
us
process.
strike while the iron is hot. We have to do this
That's
now and
that's
hear
it.
from
That's it. We
people
have to do that.
and hear
We
from
have to do
people.
that. We can't continue to keep inviting so many people home, and
Yep.
then we
Yeah.
have all these little different complaints here and there.
Yeah. We
Let's
cannot
turn the
say that.
complaints into action.
Yeah, we cannot just sit and say, "Well, Dominicans will still come from overseas, and Dominicans here will still enjoy the vibes." Nah, that's not it. That's not it.
Yes,
We have
yes,
to put
yes,
on a
yes.
good
No, it's not.
product.
And like we say, we're not catering for only Dominicans no more. We're catering for a larger market, and with the live streaming, that is something we have to look at as well. Those who are doing the live streaming, come see TV, DBS, live in, whatever it is. How can you continue to enhance that as well?
Yeah.
And not just have the product being shown and nothing in between, and no discussion, or should we have
Yes.
so many things we need to look at as a
Nigel,
people.
what is the book saying, by the way? And I haven't
Well,
seen
the
him,
book, the
because
book,
I know
the
last
book
night we
is
spoke, so I don't know what happened this morning. I really
the
don't know
book
what
is
happened this morning.
very, very, very busy. Someone is asking, "Where's the king?" Of course, good morning to you.
Come on,
Who's saying
Dice.
a
We
lot of
spoke
people,
since Wednesday and again yesterday, so
a
let's make
lot
this
of people
happen.
in Dominica. I can
Yeah.
say that. Somebody says, "Great point, Nigel. Snap Alora. DBS needs to move around." Good morning, my lovely Nigel and Ivona. We have more than 1 year to put our act together, from Dave. And so the book is really busy. Carl Kofi James, good morning to you. Wants to congratulate the 10 times King. Hopefully he can join us in a few. Both King Dice and Pat Aaron deserve a national award. The majority of younger people not into Calypso, and that's the
Yeah,
reality
yeah,
from
it is.
Snapper.
It
So we have
is.
to do something better than that. Joan Coffee, Julie Joe, good morning. Hey, Wilfred, good morning to you. Lee Black, good morning. So many people logged in and watching through. Our good brethren, Rennick Thomas, good morning. Lauren Banis, my dear friend, good morning to you. So the book is very busy waiting for King Dice. And, he'll show up in a few. He probably had to bake some bread and stuff like that. So he live in the bakery late. Crispin says, "Yes, Nigel, you're right about thinking the same thing while looking at the live during the carnival. DBS was able to move around, have different people in different locations. So different
Well, yeah,
ideas
we,
coming
we
through
move
the book as
around,
well."
but I take the point that probably we should also be in another location, but we do move around.
Right.
You
Yes,
know,
yes. So I mean,
so
like I
yeah.
said, it's all the stakeholders that have to do their own individual reflections
Yeah.
and postmortem, and then as a group do it as well. So when they
Yeah.
come to the table, they can come to the table saying, "Well, hey, even we have decided that so and so probably needs, we need to look at stuff like that." So
Yeah.
we can make it happen.
I agree. So Nigel, he'll be here shortly. So what we could do is just like say the prayer or recite the
Oh
prayer. You have it
yes,
close.
yes,
Well,
yes.
you should have it close. I must stick that
Well,
on the in the studio.
he should
So
be there
Nigel,
shortly. All
go
right.
ahead.
What
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful,
So Nigel,
beautiful.
go ahead with the prayer. Um,
Always put me under them pressure there, boy, for that prayer. I can't find the prayer yet, but I know, what? Let me get I'm going to start putting the prayer right at the top, so I'll never have that problem again.
okay,
Yes,
so I'm looking
that's
for
not
it
good.
myself, but it really
But you
is.
know what? Since we can't find the
I
prayer, we'll
got it.
just
I
pray.
got it. I got
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yes, I got it. So, oh no, Nigel, that's not it.
That's not it. That's not it.
That's it
Well,
now.
you know what?
That's not it.
But how I
Okay.
cannot find? But that is a very
We need to
strange thing.
recite this, eh? We need to learn this
Yes,
verbatim.
yes, yes. In
And
this time, we
okay,
need
yes, I
to.
got it, Nigel. I got
You
it.
found it
So
now.
yes,
Okay,
all
okay,
right.
okay, okay.
Okay, so let's go. The prayer for connecting the dots. Heavenly Father, creator of mankind and the universe, we thank thee for the gift of life today and all the blessings you continue to bestow on your children. We seek your presence and intervention throughout this program, and we ask that you keep us connected always. We also pray for the success of the program, its coordinators, its hosts, and listeners, that they may find purpose and enjoy what we share. Bless our radio station and the nation, and may we grow to love and unite with each other, irrespective of our differences. All this we ask in your name, now and forever. Amen.
Amen.
So, Nigel, I
Amen.
saw quite a few of our family members, CTD members, throughout the carnival season. So let me say hello to all of you. A lot, Nigel. So I won't even start to name names. You know, when you start to call people, then you forget a few. So all of you, thank you so much. And it was a pleasure meeting with many of you over the season. Some of you I would have known before, and some I just met on those days. So thank you, Nigel. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
It was nice to connect with them. I'm pretty sure,
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it was nice for them to be representing CTD. Who knows? Maybe next year we'll have a CTD band.
Yeah.
You never know. Have a T-shirt band, CTD
Yes,
T-shirt
I
band.
boy.
So
Look
I
at
should
me,
invite all of
boy.
you.
Wow, queen of the
Yes, to the
band there.
connecting. Yes, to the connecting the dots band. You never know what's going on. So it's
Okay.
nice to know that you guys are part of the process.
Yeah. So
And we appreciate you. Appreciate you connecting with us on a Saturday.
definitely, definitely.
Yes.
So the king
And the
is
book is
here.
still going busy.
Yeah. So the king is here, and just tell us
Oh, the
quickly.
king is there.
Let's
Okay.
just shout out the people on the book quickly, Nigel, as he sits
Yes,
and
yes.
gets
As he
ready.
mixes, yes. Sort of the people on the book. Yvonne, good morning to you. Ashante Alexander, of course, enjoying the vibes there. Greetings. Oh, yes. Greetings to you, my dear Lauren. Lauren Bannis Roberts, who wants to say hello to Ivans and Nigel. Of course, Rennick Thomas was there watching. Glenda Castle, good morning. You present. Haven't seen Alvin Thomas yet. So, Alvin, for double detention. Talifia Charles, good morning to you. Say we're slowly losing our traditions. Let's see. Fran Morton, good morning to you. Elias, good morning. Carol, good morning. Jan, good morning. Hi, all. So, yes, the book is going, kind of busy. We expect that. So, we appreciate you connecting. This happens every Saturday. So, make sure you continue to connect with us on the Saturday. All right. Let's see. Ian John, good morning. Lauren, go back already now. Lauren's still in Dominic there. Lauren, good morning to you, wherever you may be. But you may not hear in Ivona again. No, Ivona, I'm not hearing you, man.
Jay, Nigel, my mic was off. Will I get Basudi there? Yes,
your mic off. You know, who like a party,
since dice come there, I get Basudi with there's running my
yeah,
mouth and my mic was on. Yes, sir, boy.
Dice come in the studio and you just lose it.
All right, so yes, Nigel, let us bring him on now because we missed a little time with him. So
That's
we're gonna bring him right on because
yes.
people have been waiting for him. It's really a pleasure to welcome Dennison King Dice Joseph on Connecting the Dots, Nigel. He had a blast with K1 on Thursday this week. The public's participation as well was tremendous yesterday when there was a specially organized radiothon at Q95, and that went well to show appreciation to King Dice, 10 times Calypso Monarch, but just not 10 times Calypso Monarch. He also got road match crowns as well, so we can talk about that. Some people even refer to King Dice as Mr. Abdullah now, so he even has a new name, Nigel. So on Wednesday, the deal was sealed for Connecting the Dots, and we want to put this talented son of the soil in proper context, so to speak. We really want to find out what helped propel this Boetica native to this level that he is right now in the Calypso arena. How was he raised? We want to find that out. At what point did he become engrossed in the culture as well? And when did he, King Dice, realize that he has the ability to send crowds wild? And so I say congratulations again, King Dice. Welcome to Connecting the Dots. It is a pleasure to have you on. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. Bless up, bless up. Good morning, everybody listening. You don't know, after you're the king and you win, you have to celebrate. And I think my lateness have to be with my celebration. I don't sleep yet. You know, so we're having some fun out there. Yeah. So
No worries with that.
yeah,
That's what I mean. You
yeah,
have to have like a week or 2 week celebration
yeah, man.
of that achievement.
You
So
have to free up, man. You have to free up.
yes, we
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
understand that.
man. Yeah, man.
Now, I want to say something about Boitica, and then some people say it's not Boitica, it's Dailies, and some people say it's not
How
Boitica or
can be?
Dailies, it's
Well, it's
Goodwill,
Boutica
and
and the
some say
listener is the
so.
East.
Clarify that for them.
So
Which part of Dominica is nice from?
it's Boutica and the well actually it's Boutica from birth. Actually is Goodwill Grinslin from birth.
Hey, what?
You know, if you really want
Will
to go
Greenslade
deep
from
with it,
birth. Hmm.
it's Goodwill Grinslin from birth, and then it was Boutica to raise up because the Queen had to go and check his vibes. You know how it is in them days. And then from Boutica School, you know, the GSP system that was so wisely created for the individuals that existed in my times, hoping that that is something that they could have again, existed in the daily system. And that was my late, I would say, interest in the school curriculums and them vibes there. So the GSP kind of, that was the area that I took that vibes to come down and do some vibes in school to propel me towards the SMA. And then from the SMA, the Calypso started there, you know, from Junior Monarch and go into the different vibes and boy to man, and then you decide what you're doing. And blah, blah, blah. Right now it's Time King.
All right. So that's it, Nigeria in a nutshell. But we're going to dissect it, right? We're going
Yeah,
back.
sure.
Oh yes. Yeah, we always like to take it back, you know. So the Boitica Dailies part, was that like preschool, primary school?
No, it's primary school.
Primary school.
Primary school, as I said, the primary school section, you know. When you go in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6,
Well,
grade
okay.
7. And then you do common entrance. And
Then
then
you move on.
you don't really go through that because you didn't like school that much. But then
So you didn't like school that much? That's what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
And then the interest in it came a little later because, you know, you're starting to think.
But that is looking back. You ever try to figure out why is it we didn't like school? Can you think of any?
Actually, I used to watch it as a slave system. Where when the bell ring, all in school and SMA used to check that. Pilling, recess time. Pilling, come and do this. Pilling, go and do that. So I always watch it as a kind of a slave system. But education is important, I know. But I mean the dissecting of a what do you call it? The quichet. I don't know what relevance that have towards life. But you know, it's cool. You know, the system have to be made and created and supported. So, you know, education is very important for the system and oneself. But in my young days, I didn't see it as, you know, that's that.
Okay, so at that time, that wasn't on your mind, the
No.
importance of education.
No.
So
And
what
then-
was on your mind then, though? What was happening at that time in
As
primary
a
school?
young man, not all you, not woman, not on your mind.
Even at the primary school level, guys? Even at the primary school level?
What are you,
Because I want to make that nexus with this talent that you have. So I wanted to find out if that talent was nurtured at that very young age.
Oh yes.
So that's what I want to get to.
Oh yes, man. Because my father is a musician. He used to play the guitar. But before him, my great grandfather, which I was living with, which I didn't know about, used to be some carnival hot songwriter before he turned Christian. Actually, that was the father of Mr. Bill Daniel that died, the pastor Bill Daniel. So his father was that type of guy before he was one of the head of the evangelistic movements. You know, he used to be part in carnival. I know that. And then my father used to play this guitar. So now, as a young boy, the shop was close to my home. So when my father and his friends drinking their rum and playing their music, they didn't have nobody on the microphone. So I would be the one running down in my little boy days. Really, I'm talking about primary school. And singing some Kada, some chubby, chopping some chubby all them time.
So you used to listen a lot to radio back then, and because radio
the radio is there, you have to listen to it,
Mm-hmm.
and you cannot hear it. And people like Scrunter in them times was the used to be king. Them times you would always know that because he was a teenager in the East, so you'd hear these things. So even though you don't like it, but you was interested in it.
Was there a song particularly that you really loved from the Kadas music when you were singing, when you would go on the mic as a young boy?
Oh, Puyo Coco, Veyo Pini Mwen, Puyo Coco. Yeah, nice job. I can't go all deep into it. But
So as a little boy, Dice was singing on the mic.
Oh yes,
because your great grandfather, you said, and your grandfather.
My
your
father himself is a guitarist, but what I did not know, and I get to know that my great grandfather that I was living with used to be involved in carnival in them times when the goat die and the skin of the goat have to go somewhere because carnival coming. So they could make songs on the old lady and what she do in the dashing plantation or whatever.
Nigel, that's interesting, eh?
Yeah, it is.
Because that culture is in his DNA from
yeah, and I always had a love for carnival. I know why Jah make me king of carnival. I always love carnival. Jah knew that from inception, from since I know myself. Even the whistles and them from the mass and them coming up the village.
You still have the sensi and all of that.
The man in the tar that used to knock your door every morning when carnival coming. That guy is going to be knocking doors in the village, and that's not a result. That is countryside. So it just happening, So since carnival is a scary kind of exciting kind of a time. Plus the afternoon times and the night times when the Lapo Cab with come down, and even before that, when the goat die and it go by Mr. Powerboy and you hear in the tuning it, boom, 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 whole day in the village.
Wow. And that is etched in your memory. That's good.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
And you're excited because later down, drum gun beat.
So there was excitement even in Boetica.
Even in Boetica, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you used to come down to Tongue at any point at that?
No, these times they're not coming down to Tongue. We just hearing about it and the violence in the Tongue and all them stupidness. But you just hearing that. Yeah, who do this, who do that.
So you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What about Carnival was your thing back then?
Yeah, man.
What about like cultural dances and things like
that?
Around Independence time as well.
Now we're going in a different. That tree they have branches. Now you don't jump.
That's
on a
why I want
branch.
you to go on each branch. Yeah.
Yeah, because that era started even before the going and sing in the shop. Because the cultural dance was even there before that. Because Boetica Cultural Group always used to win the cultural dances and the cultural gala. And me and my sister and myself used to be the one dancing together. And we used to lead the group. We would be at the front.
What, ballet, quadrille, everything?
Now, well, it's Healan too.
Okay.
Quadrille and Mazouk. I'd never like the long one. Which one is long?
The quadrille is long though.
Yeah, the quadrille.
I think flirtation as well to a certain extent.
Quadrille is the one.
Yeah. So I don't like quadrille too much. But you see the Iran too, the Mazouk, walls, all them things there. And public speaking in school, I always was involved in theater and these things. Even winning best actor, that is later down in life when you're a teenager.
Yes. Remember Dice winning that when we had the national, of course, when I was working at Cultural Division then and the national.
Oh, you can remember that. That's where Fudaina, Dayfair original Fudaina, I think.
Yes.
Saw me the first time in that.
Guys, would you consider yourself to have been a troublesome boy in primary school when you were in Boetica?
Well, troublesome is what a boy should be, eh? In certain age, if you're not troublesome, I mean, what type of boy are you? You might be a girl boy or something, huh? But you have to be troublesome.
You ever got a beating for like either staying out too late or not going to school or running by the river?
Oh yeah, man, you get beaten for creating gang and leading it to do things. And yeah, but at times the whole village At times, when I was a little boy, a whole village looking for me because
Oh
it's
yeah,
problems.
that's already troublesome.
Yeah, and then that whole village because problems. And then when Calypso come in my life, you see that same village come down in two bus and drove up bus to support for Calypso. I don't forget that.
But so you all, even at that time when you were a teenager, you were always a leader. You
Well,
or you
yeah.
should just follow what the other guys would do, or you always
Nah, man, I
go
always
take the leading position.
I always think, I know what to do. I believe that. So if we're in a group, I believe I would know what to do. And let's say let's do that.
Did you get a lot of beatings, guys, back in the day?
Beatings in what way? In what way?
From the
parents?
whip or from your parents? Because you
I
said
don't
you were
think-
troublesome.
Not
Okay.
really.
All right.
Not really. I go in the cell a couple times for sure.
And it was later down.
Later down in life.
I know the stories.
We'll come to that.
I know the story. You go way back.
No,
You
we're
know.
gonna come to that, and we're gonna come to that for a reason because we'll see how that has changed in a way
Yeah,
to
it
what
has,
that
and it
may or
has
may not
changed.
be now,
Well,
and so on and so on.
It's
But
life.
that's okay. After primary school, so leave Britica because time running with us. So after Britica, leave
Yeah,
primary
man.
school,
Primary school,
and
run down
then
to
come down to where?
daily school, GSP
Okay.
section, and then that's where a teacher named Abraham Durant and his wife kind of come into my life in a kind of a way. I think they realized that this guy have potential and he don't care. So the wife of Abraham Durant, he was the principal, came to teach our class, and I think she had a little focus on me. He had focus on everybody, because
Yeah,
she's that
but
type of teacher. But
she saw something in you.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
So you used to traverse from Whitaker to Davis and then go back.
Go school, even on my bicycle, or you take a bus, or you walk with the kids and then
Okay.
ride down Fotoma.
Yeah.
If you know that route, that
Yeah,
long,
yeah.
But anyway,
Uh-huh.
you with your people and them enjoying that.
But guys, you spoke about school life and you spoke about the culture and the calypso and all of that and your friends and the little gangs and things like that. But what about the community in general and the elders? How did they help you?
Well, I was always a respectable individual. I think I learned that long time. And that is one of the things, while being in the city, I was happy that I was raised some part of my life in the country. Because I used to see people as my peers, in the city, and the way they might call their mom, like their names, or they might just, how they deal with them, or how they even get vexed, how they even get vexed to an elderly that they don't know. Like, we don't know that when we raise up, you have to respect people and things. So I believe, and I always thankful for that, because I see, plenty city youths that are really malcasse, man. You see what I'm saying? And when you say malcasse, you mean, hear the word malcasse, badly broken. They don't break you properly. It's like, you don't know you have to respect. I mean, you see that elderly person, they older than you for you. But I mean, come on, man. Just because of that, have a little respect for these people.
So that's good. That was ingrained in you. From
Yeah, man.
tender
So
age.
that when you raise up in the countryside, you know these things there. So when you come and mingle now, you have a lot of people that know you, even before Calypso, they'll be respectful to them. So when you join that, and they know it's that same little boy that was thing, what you expect. So when people that wonder, how comes fans love the vibes, it have a whole process.
Yeah, we want to come to that vibe.
Yeah.
We must talk about this.
Yeah, man.
Yes, Nigel.
Yeah. So Daly's primary school. Did you start getting involved in like little competitions in primary school, like maybe singing competitions or little
Well, that's where
skits and so on? What was it there it started?
Yeah, man. That's where daily school kind of was more an innovative, kind of a more interactive, more into certain things than Botica, in that it was the second, the GSP section was there. So, we get involved into different things. Actually, performing on playback, first time I saw that was Jerry Lloyd. And I just tell him that, He came to daily school singing in our class, doing his religious tracks and them. But he had his little playback, and I used to go down nice. I never forget that, That is why now I can take my playback and go somewhere without the band and still do it, in that way. Make you enjoy it, because I see that already and I like the vibes. So, that's where it starts. Yeah.
Yeah. So JSP, do you remember the subjects you did then?
Well,
Did
JSP
you have like
too
a
much
favorite
subjects.
subject? Math, English,
Well,
or
I
none of
was
them?
always involved in art and craft, and
Mm.
and these things, like I would have more than all the students when it comes to these areas. My working with my hands and thing. Oh no, I have a little thing. I didn't even post that on Facebook yet, and let nobody know about that. But I just built some nice little coconut craft with like ashtrays.
Oh yeah, and you still do this? You still do it?
Yeah, man. In my spare time at home, I have my tools and thing, and then I give it to some of the people to sell for the tourists, and then they sell it.
But that's another side of you people don't. Many people don't know about that.
Yeah, you don't know. But I didn't put it out, but I will put it out soon.
Yeah,
and they'll see.
Wow.
But so you could get yours.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I mean, if Jack give it to you, you have to use it. So that's where I did the school, and Mr. Abraham Dura and his wife, and getting involved in the art and thing. So then we had drama groups, and there were drama groups so that would have to go down to our House of Culture to do some stuff, and then I would always emerge best actor.
You were always shining, I remember.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned Fudina when Fudina
yeah.
was there. I can remember.
And that was Fudina.
Yes, Fudina and myself, we were there looking at you and we were like, wow, this guy is just so talented.
Yeah.
And wow.
Yeah, man, that was cool.
You remember anything that you would have sung back in the day, like even on stage?
Well, they used to call me Sanchez.
Sanchez.
Yeah.
But Dennison doesn't song like you do. I mean, that's your name, but to say Dennison.
Yeah.
King Dice, obviously, we say King Dice.
Yeah.
I even hear some people call you Mr. Abdullah.
Yeah.
But Sanchez.
No, they used to call me Sanchez because I would always sing a lot of Sanchez songs.
Wow, sing one for us, Dice. At least a verse and a chorus.
That's a Sanchez, but to me, he sing that song already for sure.
I think he is.
The very first time that I saw your brown eyes, your lips said hello and I said hi. I knew that day you were the one, but I was caught up in physical attraction. But to my satisfaction, baby, you more than just a friend. And if I ever fall in love, them thing there.
Wow. Nigel. Yeah. I mean, we have to talk about clockers. We have to get some songs.
Voila.
You see,
and then that going to there, the clockers. Yeah.
Yes.
From the Sanchez kind of vibes, then we jump into clockers. You're on point.
So you see the connection we going through.
Yeah. Oh, they have me covered.
Oh, yes.
Like the carpet set to the floor. Don't move.
Yes. So JSP now, and then of course, because of time wise, you move on from JSP and then you come to the city.
Yeah, man.
To go to SMA.
Yeah, to go to SMA, and while there, you get involved in the music again, or music in the form of you mingling with partners that kind of your type of vibe. So so then they used to have the things on the bayfront, the fellas touching the microphone, bam, 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 and showing the skills. So obviously you're going to show yours too.
Wow.
While you're going to school. And
but even at high school, Dice, did you get to the point where that system, you think that is very too much structured, like the bill and all of that?
Yeah.
Are you still thinking of it even at high school?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I think I was. That I tell you, Mr. Abraham Dura and his wife, I think they give me a little focus so that I could go through that system of life. That's why I always have them high, because this is something that I didn't see. When you don't care, you don't care. So they send me through that system so that I could go through that system, which is the secondary system. I didn't stay it long. I didn't reach fifth form and everything there because I said, I already tell you I don't like too much.
You were fed up with that at one point?
Yeah, well, I was fed up with that, but
you didn't stay. You didn't stay for the entire.
I don't know. That's the same reason I asked one of the deans in there was a graduation, a UA graduation in Fort Young, and maybe I had about 50-something students, and all was female.
What did that teach
Not
you then?
one male.
What
did that tell you?
Well, that's why I linking it with what I was feeling. So I had to ask the dean, but how come they don't have no males involved in that education vibes they're happening right now? And his answer was, is like, and I find that making sense. It's like the males find another way to make money and make life. They find because life itself is a structured thing by the system, and you learn things about the system and who created the system and why the system exists. And sometimes it's not for your benefit, and sometimes when you look at it, you see yourself as just a particle of that system, a robot just playing its part. Like you are not developing yourself, but you are just helping the system itself to develop. So sometimes when you see things like that as men, you try to get your own system working. You know.
But do you think at times though that same society probably is not glorifying men enough? Because there are a lot of men who do well.
Oh yes, and in the ancient days, you would find, that's why I asked the dean that, because in the ancient days you'd find a lot of male doctors and that, and male that was involved and interested in education and stuff. And but nowadays I find the males and them, they're not too interested in this. And but the females are still interested in it because the level of money making, and for them that would be an easier way. And for men, they check in, well, okay, that used to be an easy way, but we might just get other ways these days. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
And some of these ways is still into a politician fast and trying to get more.
But Dice, I don't want to cut you off. I look at the time. My God, Nigel, we need another hour.
I'm telling you, it's like 3 hours.
Let me bring this in though, Nigel, quickly. I want to bring this in because I want a song. I want a verse of a song as well, because I'm remembering he talking about Abraham Duran. He mentioned that name so many times. Abraham Duran, his wife. And I'm thinking of Teacher as well.
Yeah, man, Teacher.
So
Teacher.
I want,
when
I
Pat
want
did
a
that
verse
for
in
me,
this.
you see, like this year I decide, this year is for Pat Aaron, you know. That year when Teacher was sang, that was for Mr. Abraham Duran and his wife. He just stand.
You have so many songs.
The head of state is not school today. To stand at attention and show some respect. But I was in a different mood. I say, if I stand, it's not for him, I'm standing for you. It's politicians and them in their own side, you know, and blah, blah, you know the vibes. I don't have to.
Yeah, the teachers,
Well, sing the chorus at least, that.
And Teacher. Yeah, that's what you get to me.
You're not singing mood today.
Parents, if the child too will understand how you deal with a class of 21 and 42. And Teacher. Yeah, man, that song self is a bad track, you know, a wicked tune. Because
it is.
That's where Pat Aaron comes in. That's why I always will big up Pato, because
we want to get to Pat.
You know,
we want a section for
I
Pat.
used to be here in Calypsos and people didn't used to say who was the writer. I could not do that.
You call him Pato?
Yeah, man, Pato is his daddy, man. Pato original, man. It's just, you know, everything happened in harmony. You know.
In fact.
Yes. Like I say, the universe is unfolding as
it's the most beautiful painter of portraits. The universe. Nothing cannot paint a portrait like the universe, you know?
For real. Yeah. So that is high school, and then of course the music. Now was it then you got involved in Clockers?
Yeah,
was
man.
it the Junior Calypso then? Which one?
Yeah, so it was the Clockers first, and then while we inside there, it have Sharp Tooth. Sharp Tooth is a Calypsonian. Sharp Tooth know well we doing all like a Calypso in school. So when he doing his Calypso, he bringing us and do like a backups for him. So when we doing our Calypso thing in school, you know, then we had our Junior Monarch. Obviously, I would partake because we was already in doing the backups for Sharp Tooth. So bam, and you know what? Let's do that Calypso, Junior Monarch. Boom, come out nice, win that, and then decide, you know what, that is something that we maybe can jump into as a man, you know. And while you're going through, you live school in that way and going through like a construction, trying to make ends meet type of lifestyle, you decide, you know what, let's really go into it with a song that I wrote, you know, Do It For Me. And
you remember that song?
Yeah, well, do it for me as a citizen of my country. Do it for me. You know, something like that. You know, always talking about the youth too, because I would always come out that way. I think
Get to youths.
I think that is my angle I would stay in, because if you sing a song, it's always good that the people that can make decisions to make life better can hear what you're saying, you know. And Calypso was the way.
We have to go back to Pat. We have to go back to Pat, obviously. But I want to go to the Clockers days, because I want some tracks, at least 1 or 2 tracks from that. Because at that time, guys, I mean, you on fire.
Yeah, them times there is enough tracks, performances, you know, in different areas. Clockers crew going there. You know, yeah.
How did that collab come about? How did that band, you know?
Well, from the Junior Monarch days, you know, and performing on the Bayfront and different places when they have the little vibes, you know. Then you'd have fellas that have crews and different groups, and you know, Skinny Bantan was one of the guys that, you know, was part of that dancehall vibe. So a crew would be necessary, you know, and then in a crew, you know, you need different vibes. You have dub man, you have singers, you have R&B, you have this. So if you go and do a set, you have everybody for everything, you know. And I think I was kind of the singer in one of them, and my partner Slicey down the tongue, you know, was dub man, and you know, like days checking our sin and enjoying life, doing parties, and you know. We had no executives and all them fellas was into it. I was a country I come out, them man in the thing long time, but I involve. Yeah, let's do it.
I want to track from that Clockers experience, that Clockers time.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot, but I would like to hear something.
Yeah, there's
anything that you can remember when it comes to mind. You can just drop it for us.
Whoa, Slice. Yeah, if they're listening now, they check it. But Mr. Man, I'm Mr. Here, mind them jack. Yeah, but
and at that time, the girls were all over.
Yeah,
because they were
it's
ready.
like girls, they're upon the left, they're upon the right. Girls all up in the middle is girls. Them are my joy, them are my pride. So let the Iceman tell you, say I get weak for them sexy ladies. Feekers drive me crazy. Slim girl, rich girl, thick girl, freak girl. Clockers got your remedy. Check that. We not deal with CJ. Got girls in every city. Canada, London, New York and Jamaica. Other day me buck up a French. Hey, got one for inna the club and one to feed me. Got enough girls when it come time to get freaky. Not any girls that can produce the beauty. Girls permanent and temporary. Hey, girls them in the bundle, girls them in the stash. Girls them with the weed and girls them with the hash. Need a hot gal who can handle the Glock. Champion gal from Iraq. Hey, girls there up on the left. I started to go in my zone there. Class, don't want to stop this.
Wow.
Hey, Divya, sorry for all the weed and the hashtag, but you asked for it.
No, well, that's a different time now.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah. That was good. Thank you for that release there.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. Because as I say, it's a different approach really on connecting the dots.
I say thank you for that release, man.
How you reached, you
that
know,
was good.
where you are.
How long I did drop that?
Nice.
Yeah,
man.
And I mean, Clockers was traveling all over.
Oh, yeah, man. Clockers, we do Guadeloupe, do some videos, and do all them time when people didn't know Asa. All them times we were move and Asa Guadeloupe doing his thing. Dominica didn't even know Asa yet, and Guadeloupe was busting Asa. Then we had a partner that died from Grand Bay, Clickly Bantan, you know. You know, by some violent vibes and you know, yeah. So we into this, loving this, you know. I enjoy that. So if somebody see me now doing my kaiso and one day, man, we've been doing that.
There's a story. There's something there.
Yeah, we've been
behind
doing that. And,
So you did not just arrive on the Calypso stage.
No man.
It's a
And
process.
then we we're even talking about from Clockers, we had to jump to WCK now. You know,
Right, that's where we're going.
Yeah, I said the pattern. Yeah.
So from Clockers, you in right, at that point in time, now you probably might consider yourself you're like a city man now because you kind of leave the countryside.
Well, no, I
And
never
you've been in the city for a while.
No.
No,
And even to this very day,
I always a Dominica man.
Okay.
You know, but I don't put city or country in that. But I never forget my background because I always, you know, my mother say, Boy, remember it's good to live on Greens Lane. But I check in now, you know what? I raise up Botica. You know? So
Nice.
that's it. It stays like this. Yeah.
Tell us a little about the CK experience.
Well, the CK experience, that's, as I say, Skinny Bantan again, in our Clockers vibes, realize maybe some of my potential in the singing vibes. So if he had to do something with WCK, I would be one of his number one choices to assist in the singing area to make what he want to bring out beautiful. So part of that was that, joining him, adding me to the thing, and they accepted me in the WCK vibes. And then, CK, and then we had like a stress where, it's problem again, and
It is, but guys, as you mentioned, that singing vibes. Tell us about that talent that you have. Obviously, it's natural, but how have you perfected it? How have you sharpened or honed that skill? What do you do continuously to ensure that when you go on stage or just when you sing, clarity is there and you have that same vibes?
Well, I believe part of that is part two, I would say, or what I have. According to the material that I have, I believe I would enjoy it. It's like a food. You like different type of food, but you have some food that you really like, and when you see you get that, you're gonna eat all. So part of that is material. When it comes to the clarity and the dropping it nice, and so I would put part there too, But I think experience have to do with a lot of it, Experience, be going through it, and variety. Not sticking to one thing. Because sometimes Pat always used to have a problem with me in Kaiso and listening to all different type of music, and he'd not come by me and hear me play the Kaiso. You'd hear that's all a different thing, because I like that. And then when the Kaiso time come, I play my Kaiso too. But you'd never hear me sticking to one thing as a beat or nothing or beat or nothing. You taste everything. Everything is beautiful in your world. Yeah. Not too much, but you're involved in a little bit.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, man. So
yeah. So that's in terms of we kind of running through the connection because of time. In terms of the Calypso scene, and of course you move from the junior monarch and you get into the big man, then you get into big time Calypso.
Yeah.
And during that time, first scrum, when you started in the were you thinking that you'll be Calypso King, or you just went in there just to have fun, just to continue the process?
Well, I keep it. Yesterday I was with my daughters and my son. We gonna eat a little food, chilling.
How many? I'm sure you have?
I have 4 now, 2 boys, 2 girls. But I was the girls and 1 boy. And I was telling them the first time somebody told me, "Boy, you see you have to win 10 times." That was after my first crown.
Wow.
Me and that person get a problem. Because I checking, but you too ambitious. I just win 1 crown, you already on 10 there. Me say, but what is your story? But the guy had, I don't know, he had the thing, he had a point.
But when you win that first crown, though, was this the defining moment for you, or if not, what was?
No, I think the first crown was already prepared in acceptance, I would say. In that way.
This is profound, yes, explain.
It's like the Tarzan in the jungle, what the people wanted that they didn't get, all I had to do is just give it to them the next year. So I was already feeling like I had the crown already, because the people say, you should win, but that's okay. So you feel that way, so the next year you just come and you give to them. And so the feeling was already existing. Saying that like you were already prepared to handle it. And I believe WCK did that for me too, where fame is concerned, because sometimes fame does go up in people's head, and that's why it's dangerous, because power is a kind of a thing that's dangerous. If a man can handle power properly, boy, power will handle a man, and he will do so much things that, he will rule over ashes.
So you were mindful of that, even at that stage?
I was mindful of that, you know what I'm saying? So I think Jah prepared that in a kind of a way, man, because just the crown, first of all, I was in WCK already. First of all, I was in Clockers already.
So, yeah.
So we had that type of thing doing with the people and them, so we go through that fame thing. And we go through WCK again. So you get to handle it, control it, before you get the real thing, which is Kaiso. you know. And so I think everything pattern and path. Like everybody have their pattern and their path, you know.
Of course.
Is
All
you
of
have to
us
open
are.
your eyes and see it, you see? Yeah. That's
Wow.
it. Yeah.
So
Dice.
once you got that first crown, you tell yourself that's it. You're gonna stick in guys. So
That's first strong. First of all, once I sang my song, and the song that I wrote the first time, and then I think it was somebody saw me and told that to Pat Aaron, and then Pat Aaron come and check me while I was selling my little shades on the road and doing all that, you know, my little hustle. And from the time I see Pat had locks on his head, I will never forget that. Because I didn't know. I was see who's Pat, but I never know who is Pat. But then I see he had locks on his head. I don't know. I tell him straight. I was like, wow. Okay, so that means we have a mission there.
There's a connection.
It's Rasta business, is righteous business, is jam them business. Yeah, man.
so you and Pat came together like after you won the first crown.
No. Me and Pat being after I jump into Calypso. Well, after I won the Junior Monarch.
Okay.
And 2 years after, I decided to write another song and go and do the big thing. I think I made it to the quarterfinals, and that is when Pat we link up, and that was it. You know.
Wow.
So Pat has been with you since you won that first crown.
Yeah, man, and I've been with Pat at the same time too, because you cannot. Let me tell you that. I mean, Pat doesn't drop too much tracks where vocals is concerned, but them hands there and that brain and that inner thing have something that need to go out. You know, that is why, you know, and if it's me and different people bringing it out, but my part is very important, you know. Yeah, man.
Wow. I mean, Pat,
So quickly know that. How does that work? Because Pat writes for other Calypsonians and so on, right?
Well, Pat is a tailor. I get it already, and I'll say it, no matter which interview I'm in, I get that vibes already, and that is how I'll explain it. Pat is a tailor, and he does make clothes for people, fat people, slim people, you know. Yeah, so just pass through. As long as you.
But I mean, how do you decide? Does he give you the song, or you listen to like
no, well,
3 or 4, 5
when you come
songs
when you come by the tailor have to measure you. You know, so in that measurement where the tailor is concerned, that means he listens to me. We will reason. So he measure in my inner vibe. He measure you. You know, he say, okay, you like that plenty. You don't like that plenty. Yeah, good. Yeah, that. So that is a bad tailor, you know.
wow. Because I mean,
when he give Bob a track, it's a Bob track.
Yes, Bob, right. It suits Bob. Because Pat's ability to write calypsos is legendary.
Man.
In fact, I believe that Pat is what I would call a doyen, you know, in the art form.
Yeah, that's a word too. Find other words that is just great. Because for real, you know, no joke. And one of them days, Kyrie, Q95 was having a thing for Pat, you know, and then you get to hear the stories of the parents or older people, you know, people that was family, and that starts since he's young. So
yeah, man,
it's a connection I think that is necessary.
It goes way back with Pat. I mean, I interviewed Pat back in the day before, and Pat, any song of Pat, you know. There's this song, They Don't Know While.
Yes, but I get to know that while I was in Caribbean. So I didn't know.
It's really nice for you to learn some of his songs as well. So when you have your concerts.
I was telling them we should remix that and do that again.
He has some good songs. Christopino Tuafuya, the songs there.
And yeah, man.
I actually remember those songs. Right?
And a long time.
Oh, yes.
And I love her.
When I did Calypso Night on DBS on a Monday night, you know, I used to close up a party run song all the time, you know. Dreaming. I'm a dreamer. And that's one of my favorite ones from him as well. So, I mean, yeah, Pat has his own catalog of music apart from people he written for and so on. But that is very quickly back to the analogy of the tailor and the suit and everything else. I mean, sometimes a tailor might sew something for you and it's not fitting the way it's supposed to fit.
Well, that is not a good tailor.
Have you got a song from Pat that you feel, boy,
that is not a good tailor? Or the tailor talk to you on the phone and the tailor maybe think it's so you're looking. But then when you present this, the tailor say,
next thing you
it's not so. I thought when I was talking to you on the phone, you was looking slim. He's a round guy then. Okay, welcome. And never again.
To take the measurements.
And that's it.
Next thing you get short of a length pants and the sleeves too short.
And that's it. And that tailor watching you from now.
It has to fit you properly.
Yeah, man, and that's it.
Wow,
Is
wow.
there a song, guys? Because you talk about the fact that you were in some little trouble and found yourself in trouble, and people used to say, "Boy, Dice is a
Yeah,
this, Dice is a
yeah,
that." At
yeah,
some
yeah.
point in time in your life.
Plenty police. They said, I know because all that was part of. You see, negative energy now does use people to do things because negative energy cannot exist without individuals. You know, so people was just being vessels of negativity. I can remember enough time police come there and they take me there and they do that there and they take. Although I go in through the process, but
Those were the days.
all that was just making you stronger, man. I can remember a time them police come and pick me up for something in Pottersville. I remember Pottersville have traffic, you know. And in the morning time, I was sleeping, grab me in my boxer shorts and I outside. And they make sure they have me outside in the boxer shorts. And, you know, and they grab you in the boxer shorts, it in all your boom boom. So I check it, hey. So in my mind, I start to feel bad, man, and down. Like, whatever was happening was winning, you know. And I was thinking, boy, see how them people have me in the road there. And in the next mind, I tell you, job mistake, man. Everything is happening for the reason.
Do you meditate a lot?
And next
guys?
mind say, but you sing Tarzan in the jungle with nothing on you, with in front of
Wow.
millions of
Even
people.
at that moment, that's
in
what.
that moment.
Yes, yes.
You see?
That's what. Yeah.
So then I humble myself. See, officer, when you're ready, bring me inside, man. I just put my cardboard there and get let me go and take a sleep. I will tired.
I want to find out, do you meditate a lot, guys? Do you sit in your moments of reflection? Do you sit a lot and like just look at your life, how it has been? Do you meditate
Well,
a
I
lot
give
in terms
thanks
of how
a
you wanna
lot.
go
I give
forward?
thanks for nothing. I give thanks for things. I give thanks for bad times and, you know. So, you know, c'est la vie. So,
But
you
Nigel,
know,
it wasn't
life
easy.
does teach
Yeah.
you know, and then you give thanks.
Yeah.
And you move on and you learn your lessons, and the lessons have to be learned.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do that, it teaching you well. It's a good thing you learn that lesson because that brown bringing you to that one is life, man.
Wow.
And people have to be open to life too, not just figure out it is a way, it is in a book, and say, well, that's how life's supposed to be. You know.
Nigel, we have to fast forward to
Yeah.
this season, Nigel. Or you have another
Yes,
question?
yes. I mean, 10 times,
Because
10
that's
times. I
epic,
mean,
yeah.
so you went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me ask you: when you started this year, did you tell yourself this is it? This year is my year?
No, this year I wanted to get that 10-1. Yeah, I'd say, you know what? It's either you get it this year or you get it another year. So why not get it this year? So let's just go positive and focus a lot and just put plenty focus into it. You know? And,
When you dip number 10, when
that
you
was
you
kind
open that paper and you see number 10,
Yeah.
what went through your mind?
No, I was like, where boy, number 10. Where boy meaning, you know, you're gonna be there for the whole. Because sometimes it'll be good if you number 5,
And you
do your thing and you go and you
You
got
relax for the next round.
chill, you drink your liquor and free up. But number 10, you have to just stay there and stay focused till the show over. You know, but at the same time, it's an opportunity to, and then people start saying, oh, 10, 10, 10, and this, that. So, you know,
Wow.
Yeah,
10,
so-
10.
Did you ever buy into that thing, that 10, 10, 10, that's that
Well,
kind of thinking,
I-
a mystic thing happening there?
That I tell you, you know, just so mystic, you know. Actually, before I pick number 10, I get to understand the different areas of cosmic understandings too, because the Persians was the people that was involved in, that was their style, because, you know, different people rule the earth too, you know. So their style was the cosmics and what leading thing. And then you have the Greeks and them that in their gods philosophy, where you have Zeus and demigods and, you know, and all now is the same thing, you know, because, I mean, you know, so, and whichever was conquering at the time is whichever philosophy you might be part of. So which one is correct? So it's true, it mystic 10, going for 10, on the 10th,
On the 10th.
you know? Yeah, so that means maybe the cosmics are with you, the forces are strong with you.
Yeah, there's something there. But, Nigel, I know we are into this season, but I just want to go back just a short while, especially when we're talking about the young people and what, you know, some of the challenges that Dice went through. Dice, you sang that song for the ghetto youths and them. You remember versing this? I
Which
have my
one?
brother some me.
Yeah, man. Help my
This song
brothers.
was, I mean, it's just
Yeah,
powerful.
I'm not, yeah, man.
So you told Pat that you wanted something to reflect how you feel.
No, man.
Or
As I'm
you,
telling you, the Taylor now
wow.
is special.
It just, yeah.
And I understand the specialness of the Taylor. So I will never go and tell the Taylor, I want this. You know? Because the Taylor is the Taylor. You can tell the Taylor, I want to look good at a party. So the tailor will give you a party
And that's
clothes.
all. And that's all you
Or you tell the tailor, you know, I want to look good at a funeral, and the tailor will give you a good funeral clothes. So you never tell the tailor, I want a black dress with lines going down. So no, the tailor will do the thing.
Okay.
The same you want
Because you trust your tailor.
Yeah.
You trust your tailor.
Yeah.
So give us a line in this or verse in this or the chorus.
It's Help My Brothers for me.
Some people cried on that night.
Yeah.
That song is so touching.
Well, you know, I remember I tell you we come out in the little casino, we don't sleep yet, but
you had a good time.
you know,
But yeah, I remember when Dice sang that song.
Man,
Actually,
Nigel.
we were covering after he won the crown. We were covering the prison calypso show. We used to do the prison calypso show, DBS.
my
Yeah.
And Dice came in there to sing that song.
Yeah.
yeah, and I burst into tears in that song.
You
too.
burst into
I
tears
share-
and you
yeah.
couldn't finish
I
it.
share
And
it,
you
remember.
left.
I
remember.
tell them, man, don't sing that inside.
Wow.
Yeah. Stop
Yes.
playing that. They don't want to stop. I can't handle it because I know my life too. And you know, the thing is,
At that time, yeah.
to you know, it's calypso already for true. Give me a little saving, you know.
Yeah. So sing a verse chorus for us.
Yeah, that will not happen again, you know.
That will not
What
happen.
you think that will happen again? No. My life has taken a turn for the best, and my gratitude to you, mere words could not express. But I am concerned about all the other frustrated, less talented brothers with no role model and no guidance, who all they need is a little chance. Does the system don't cater for, and violence is all they know. And to society are the bad seeds they sow. Every day their life is filled with problems. I can tell you I was one of them. But if today Jah help me and I finally find my niche, can I ever forget my ghetto youths on the streets? Every time I see them I know this could have been me. Thank God Kaisu has rescued me. Now I sing for my brothers and sisters, the less fortunate, who are heading straight to the judge or the magistrate. Brothers just like me, who think no one care, stuck in this country and can't go nowhere. I'll put that back. I calling on all the leaders who claim they care for the youths of this country. Do something, help my brothers for me. Simple thing. Open doors for the people of them to make their
And
money
the
and
crowd
check
was
their
the
sin.
crowd just
Yeah.
went wild.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
That was
yes.
just
Powerful,
something.
powerful track.
Yes,
Powerful
people
song.
were crying, but when Dice finished that song, it was just wow.
Yeah.
That was
Yes, there was a hush in the park,
Yeah,
you know what I
hush,
mean? Because
yes.
people could feel it. Yes,
Man.
definitely.
Ah,
Personal experience for a lot of people.
And if you think yeah, that's a nice
man.
guy.
Those were the days in Nigeria. I remember when
Oh,
K1, Lynn Fiabellas and myself, after Dice win, we just like find ourselves on stage and removing pictures. I mean, we had so much good times, really, really good times. When you look at the talent that this guy has, and Boetica, we have to really big up Boetica because Boetica has produced so many.
At a time, I telling you, as a little boy, I could not find Boetica on the map of Dominica, and I cry. Yeah, big tears. Big tears, I telling you. Because as a youth man, I checking on, okay, let's watch the map of Dominica. And then I see La Plain and Dailies. I checking, but how we do have a dot for us now? I cry.
Wow. And look at
They must put the dot now, though.
Lloyd Pascal, Stefan, and we can just
Oh,
You
they
have to
don't
put
have
that-
to stop.
you have to put it out like 10
Yeah,
times now.
man. Yeah, man. And somebody hard too. So, but sometimes a prophet is never honored in his own land too.
True that,
Sometimes you
true
go
that.
Boetica and people more hating you than loving you, you know. After you do all that and cry for it to pop up, you know. Because a prophet is never honored in his own land. But it's understood by the prophet. or it's understood by the individual, and I hope it is. So anybody that's going through that, where you come out somewhere, you come out to Curry or you come out Tatan or whatever, and you come something big, and when you come back, they want to be hating you in your own place or whatever. Don't worry about it. That is just prophet not being honored in his own land. This, if you was to people in bed, they want to still see you as someone that people in bed.
King Dicey, Mr. Abdul.
Dicey, how do you respond to people who say, boy, Dice singing only political songs?
Well, I tell them, if they were standing like men with balls, they wouldn't be singing political songs, because they would be standing for truth.
But you have a lot
and
of songs that are not very, that doesn't really bother so much on politics.
Yeah, but politics,
well.
That's why Marshall Mantuno, I believe, had to come back into Calypso in Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
Because Trinidad Calypso was dying. As long as you take out politics in your Calypso, that's it for your Calypso. Because you'll never beat R&B where love songs is concerned. You'll never beat soca and bouillon where party songs is concerned. You'll never beat spiritual reggae and them kind of thing where, but where governance of your nation is concerned, there's supposed to be songs about these things, and Calypso is something that have it, and every government that is not too good in what they're doing would want to prevent that.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at this year. We just have like Nigel. Wow, it's almost 11 now.
Sure?
But let's look at this year. Let's look at this year, guys. After the first round, you came on stage number 10 after the King Thriller at that time, and then you came on stage and you pelted that song. How did you feel after that?
Yeah, that was.
What was the feeling like then? Because you waited all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then
the feeling was half the battle is conquered, because you went and you deliver properly. That's it. I say that I win it. There are people that come and say, yeah, well, you win already. What's wrong? I said, no, man. After the battle, we have a next vibe to go. And it's a good thing I said that, because that type of noise I hear on stage, and I keep saying that, and I don't know where that come out. Somebody try and sabotage something now or something. Anyway. You get a little low, something happened?
No, I was saying that did not deter you.
No. And that is have to do with experience and this type of things, I believe. But somebody else maybe would have messed them up. But so the focus was there. That was just the point. The focus was there. So after the first round, it's half the battle. Second round, delivered properly. So let's see what the judges say, because I don't like to give judges stress. I judge a little QTS already, and I find it just tough. Yeah,
so easy to. So what is going through your mind, guys, before you sing your song for the first round? Because you're number 10. Are you listening to the other Calypsonians, or are you in your own meditation?
No, I never.
What is happening to you at that time?
That's why I tell people I never competing, really. I mean, I know there's others there, and I want to win, and I want to do good. But the people business we come in and do, and as long as I have 2 songs for Carnival, that is the people's business. That is my win already. If I record the songs and they come out and they record good and people can enjoy them for Carnival, that is another win. And then if I go for the competitions properly and win the crown, then that is another win. So, but the point is the people's business. That's why some people say, I come in the Calypso and I come in for you. Well, if you come in for me, then you will not go nowhere. You have to come and do the people's business, you see? Because people need people to be doing their business for them. Because in societies where you're working under institutions that are of government, in societies where it kind of not too rich but not too poor either, but you have bills to pay and loans to pay, and where it have victimization, and people might victimize you if you open your mouth and these things, and they might not pay your loan, and people might think, even though you have some people that just find, well, you know what, I have my loan to pay and I'm not saying nothing. So these people need people like you guys that planning to come into Kaiso.
Nigel, let's check the book quickly. Let's check some of the comments.
Well, I will tell you, if I have to check the book, the book will take the rest of the program, because the book is very, very, very busy. With all the different comments. Somebody saying, King Dice and Marshall Montano need to clash to see who is the real Caribbean Calypso king.
Yeah,
From
people like
the
competition. Music not music is a mission, a competition. People like that. And I say people don't know what we're going through in Calypso because no other artist on planet Earth is going through that. You have to come. You're an artist. You make albums. You make music, and then you come and you perform in different areas. Most you have to do is make sure your performance is flawless. So you plan your performances, and if your songs are big, that's the easiest thing to do. But to go in a competition every time and every year, this is something that is I'm thinking. You know, you have the nervousness and everything that goes with it is high on every level every time.
So if
that is
competitive mood,
in the competitive mood. So the only high, vibes of music that are happening on planet Earth right now is Calypso competition, I would say. Because it is a competition.
Valder Henry saying that Dice knew he had won the crown after he sang his second song. Go and watch the end of that performance, and you will see how he was then. He knew then he was the winner. Nigel, I would like to see Booyah meet Calypso, Thriller and Dice together.
A lot of comments. Somebody from, I think,
a lot of comments.
Muriel Stewart, I think she's from Whitaker as well, and she's also bigging you up and really.
Yeah, man, big up.
I
see a lot of stuff on that side there,
Yeah, a lot.
I see maximum amount of time, blah blah. I see big step with your congrats against Scorpion Queen.
Yeah, there's a lot, Glenda.
Yes, there's a lot. There's a lot. Somebody else says your father was
mind during the results. What was the fault on your mind? The results?
There's a lot.
It's a lot.
Let us look at Wrong 2 now. Wrong 2 again. You had to sit there for all 9 Calypsonians to sing, all guest artists and all of that, and you're waiting for your turn.
Yeah, man.
And your turn came. What happened?
Actually, round 2, I was still building props.
Oh yeah.
At the back.
Talking about props. I don't want to interrupt you, guys. Talking about props, we must remember the late Randy.
Yeah, man, big up to
he did a marvelous job over the years.
Randy, I observed him too, and we used to always observe him. So by the time he passed, kind of me and Christelle, because Christelle and the team that kind of just always prepare our props. I just build a lot of props to myself, so I involve in the craft part of it.
Okay.
So if you, all up to this year, when you saw the NBDs and the NCCUs. That was me in nighttime, me and my girlfriend drawing that.
Okay, so Wrong 2, you're still building props. So tell us about that.
So we had to do the bag of money for my guy. My guy that come in and pick up the money from anywhere, I tell him, make sure you put it on your shoulder. We checking our vibes. So now, Round 2, when you came in, everything was in order. And just do it. I believe this year was one of my was a easy walk vibes. It was like the pressure. Like people thought I had pressure on me, but you'd swear say you see the same thing I tell you about the 10 mid 10 there. Things in alignment and the forces are with you because preparation was early, man. We already know by Wednesday we had everything in order already and ready waiting. Okay, Saturday we're waiting for you. So everything was there.
Wow. I wanted
to see that presentation of that second song. Bring the money and so that was masterful. Man. That was masterful.
And you see, the thing is, it had a lot of people involved when it comes to, because what I am singing and what I am saying through my music, the lyrics in the music, is what a lot of the people on the opposition side have been saying. And they have been getting blows for it. So in one area they just want to, people that kind of, because you need opposition in things to make things sharper. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that so. No, don't do that so.
So this mouthpiece of the nation, King Dice.
Yeah. So you have people that was involved saying, man, I think you should do that so because what you saying there so meaningful to me that I need you to win that so I could feel, that type of vibes. So let me see.
I'm just looking at what I'm just looking at what Dr. Valder Henry saying as well, Nigel, and she's saying Pat Aaron is the author of The Most Crowns, Hurricane Breaks, Daddy Chess, Observer, Tronada, Bob, and The Most Crown Dice, a gifted, talented, and blessed man. Pat whose love and blessings always, and we really have to recognize,
Oh yes, oh
talents
yes, oh yes.
So
I
well,
mean,
the radio fun is still going on,
genius.
and we have the stuff. You can put something.
I mentioned that earlier, and
Yes,
it's
yes.
good that Dominicans are very
Yes.
appreciative of what you have been doing over the years. And so, how do you thank your fans, though, Dice?
Man, I don't know. I think they just be.
I know a lot of them are calling
happy
for a concert as well.
because my fans is a kind of a fans now. Win, lose or draw, they say. So when you lose, is your fans, they still there. When you draw, is your fans. So when you win, I think that's the way you just give them something, to talk about, to enjoy the carnival too. A lot of ghetto youths are happy when you see I win too. I know a lot of ghetto youths on the streets, so when you see I pass through and boss them in the calypso, enough of them let's be kind of happy about it too. So they have a good carnival.
Quickly, Dice, how do you view the art form these days? If you were to make suggestions to implement some changes, what would be the key item on your agenda in that regard? If you were to change something, really Calypso show, maybe the final or something like that.
First of all, I really want to. I think we need some more advertising because it's not how it used to be before. The Calypso Association, I would say, look more advertising, sponsorship, maybe where foreign is concerned, to make things bigger, to make it more exciting and make people want to come in it, because according to the price of something, it can attract the bees and them,
Okay.
Yeah. So but you have to have it. You can't give what you don't have, and that's one of them ways there. And the advertising, the pricing, like to say, get sponsorship for inside and thing. To do better, I think the writing too. I think can and where the fearlessness, should be part of that too. Because you cannot have writers, you cannot have calypsonians allowing institutions to shut them off, and you cannot have institutions that's so childish that they don't let in calypso be liberated. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So this area is there.
Very quickly, guys, do you think because we have competing events, so we have Viva Carnival, we have this, we have that.
Yeah, but
do you think we could probably move the Calypso finals to the Sunday instead?
Well, I think Calypso's finals used to be the Sunday.
It used to be, yeah.
Yeah, and you go right into Juve morning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know why.
Do you think that's something we can consider?
Just of the Queen show. Well, I would even want to wonder why did they shift the Queen show on the Friday?
Right. Used to be the Friday and then
put something
definitely
else. There's something else that they put. I don't have no problem with you. But listen, let me tell you that. You see, culture, you don't have no way you can show. Love is a thing. You'll feel it when you get in it. You know what I'm saying? So if culture getting love, then you will know that. If culture is not getting love, then you will see it. And I believe culture should be getting love. That's it. Yeah.
What's next for that? Do you think they should know the 10-10? Are you going to for 11?
That's the thing,
Do you think we should travel a little bit in the Caribbean for the Calypso?
Oh yes, but I do believe for the 10, people should know me a little more in the Caribbean. Secondly, I believe videos can be made, because it have videos for all type of music, and I think Calypso should get their videos too, to promote yourself.
Right.
And people should really get into that. And Dominica can start that. Because Dominica can do videos where Calypso is concerned that can be exciting. While people thinking Calypso might be, if you make a Calypso video, no. If we put ourselves into it, I will tell you, we have to love our thing, man. And as long as you love what is yours, because that's why I always say Jamaican music made it in the world, because the people that was promoting Jamaican music wasn't saying, okay, I do like Bonnie Willow, or I like Sanchez, or I do like this. No, they were saying, this is Jamaican product, here you go. So if we Dominicans can treat all the music, don't try and say that one is nasty business or that one is Sky, so that one is thing. As long as it's coming from Dominica, give it to them. What they like, they like. But if you want to choose it, then you kind of breaking it down.
You have so much material. Would you consider a concert, going forward?
Man. It's just that you cannot do it by yourself. Although we
have to do collab.
If you would have the finances for it. You put all your, your finances into it and hope that it works and these type of things. But I think with togetherness and people being involved, anything can happen, man. Something like that is simple to happen.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it would be nice to have a concert of Dice and you can show your journey from music, Dice.
Yeah.
So you would have, the Junior Monarch thing, then you'd have Clockers, then you'd have CK, and then your Calypso.
Yeah,
so that would be a nice presentation.
Yeah, man. Through that, I believe we can create another all-win bully.
All right, because Nigel, you mentioned this, but and Kadasa as well. I know he had a collab with Fitzroy.
Yes,
Fitzroy.
Wonderful, wonderful piece in this.
Yeah, man. And big up the Fitzroy. I know he's going through from struggles and thing right now, but it's one step at a time. C'est la vie, man. Yeah.
Wow, Nigel, the time has come and gone. Here's another
program. Oh man, I know, and we have so much more we haven't even touched on yet. But that's what happens when you have King Dice and we try to put his whole 10 years into 1 hour.
Yeah,
that happens. So Dice next year 11.
Well, as I said, the people that when I was 9, people were saying, Dice, let me tell you, the 10 we want, 10 we want. 10 we want. Actually, when we get to 10, we go. Now that they get the 10, they're talking about a dozen or a dozen. A dozen eggs. I think there's no pleasing them.
but Dice, you have the ability, you have the strength.
Oh yes. And I said already, as long as there are things to be said and battles to be fought where music is concerned, and I have the life and strength, we'll do that for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nigel, we have to end. There's another program in progress.
Yes, we have to end the
connection. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, man. It was nice.
Yeah. I really enjoyed your story from Whittaker days and you said Greens Lane.
Yeah, man.
And all of that.
I think I was in the best mood to give it, seeing that I don't sleep yet.
Okay.
Just for everything nice.
I said, when Mr. Dice doesn't come there today, I ban him.
I fall asleep. I watch about the chair because, I try to wait. I don't want to fall asleep. If I fall asleep, that's it, because I just came from the little vibes, enjoying myself.
Yeah, nice,
so,
nice.
Yeah.
All the best to you, man, Dice.
Thank you,
man.
All right. Yes, sir.
All right.
Nigel, we'll do it again next week, God willing. You take care.
Yes, my dear. We connect again as always.
All right.
Days when honesty, honor and integrity seems to be the treasures of a fool. Oh. These are the days of deception. These are the days of destruction. If everything says these are the days, then these are the days.